Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. This is one of these spur of the moment videos. I'm halfway through watering this shelf and it suddenly dawned on me this corner of this shelf is where all my nobiles live, one of which was bought in bloom recently. And this one here has no sign of buds whatsoever. And it does have quite a few older canes. This one here with the silly big long cane, from down here we have growths. But on this plant they're highly likely to be kikis, as is this one over here. And there's another one shooting out there. So, and another one here. That one might be a bloom. But this one is incredibly reluctant to bloom, and with that silly long cane has become most unwieldy. Now the others are over here because I was halfway through watering. We got the one in bloom that was bought at the RHS Rosemore thing. Now this one tucked in here, I'm not going to move it because again it's got a long bulky cane that's leaning over to the side and pulls the plant over, so it's leaning against something at the moment. That has a bud on the top of that cane, but it also has a couple down here, one here and one here by that clip. So this one is in bud. This is my Primadonna. I've had this a long time, probably one of the oldest orchids I've got. But this isn't the original plant, it's a piece of it. So it is still technically my original plant, but it's been split several times and pieces gone to others and stuff like that. This big fat old cane is pushing out here, 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 and here. It's in bud. And it's even got a bud on this old cane too, in fact, one there and one there. So this is starting to bud. It's still got a cane that's growing actually. It's got some flipping mealybugs on it as well. They go for young growth on Dendrobiums. But this is going to have a blooming. And there'll be a lot of blooms all at once because this cane here is a big strong cane, so each one of these buds will have at least 2 blooms on and possibly 3. I've even seen 4 on this plant, so total those up, that's a lot of blooms coming, plus a couple over this side of the plant. So yeah, I was just in the middle of doing the shelf and it suddenly dawned on me to have a quick look at the nobile types. Those are they. I've got the Primadonna. This one is actually a pollen. This is Dendrobium Apollon. Now a long time ago I used to have a Spring Dream Apollon. I think that went to somebody else. I don't think I wouldn't have lost a nobile type. It's impossible to kill those, isn't it? But this one's just Dendrobium Apollon. That was given to me by Helen, and the new growth on it is absolutely fantastic, but there's no sign of buds on the new cane. But the fact that it's in bud on an older cane could mean that that newer cane will start to bud in the not too distant future. But because this new cane is still sort of bulking up, it's actually been watered, it's not totally resting. The oh come on brain, Primadonna, that's come over here to have a trickle, because although technically it should be resting, the cane out the back here is still growing, and this cane here is probably producing its terminal leaf now, but it's also now starting to produce buds, so this needs, you know, a drink and a little bit of feed to keep it ticking over. So that's why that one's over here. And then over here, this one here that's doing nothing, there's no new growth on it, there's no buds forming, so that's not going to get watered, that'll miss a turn. And this one here, it's not really doing anything. That's got its terminal spike and it's got these growths coming out that I'm pretty sure are going to be kikis, which I don't want. So I'm not feeding and watering that's for sure. So that's where we are. And in this video I'll just sort of say a previous video, because I don't know when I'm going to post this, we had a look at this shelf while I was watering. Not the Masdevallias and Draculas, just the paths and everything. And I was going to move on and film that lot as a separate video. And I ended up, my battery was almost flat, so I carried on and watered and didn't film. I put my battery on the fast charger that I've got with my new camera, and it's charged it up more than enough to do this video. So I'll leave this video as a standalone one for my nobile types, and I will go back on the shelf I've just watered and do that as a one shelf at a time video. But I'm not going to do it today. The day is progressing. So like I've said before, when the sun lights up that big old building over there, it's not going to be long before it starts getting dark, because it means the sun's really low in the sky. So anyway, yeah, just a look at my Dendrobium nobile types, and blooms are on their way. They're a long way off, but you know, they're on their way on some of them. See you next time. Bye for now.